Okay, so before we start this, I just want to preface, kind of give knowledge to those who don't know what a Renaissance is, so they kind of understand where I'm going with the overall topic, honestly. So what is a Renaissance? Essentially, it was a period of revitalized creativity and cultural rebirth when old ideas and forms were rediscovered, essentially, and reshaped, and also reimagined with new life, new vision, and a new energy. So, in such eras, innovation sometimes often stems from looking into the past and remixing it in refreshing new ways, basically giving it new life. So, let's say it kind of creates a hybrid of reverence and renovation, hence the name Renaissance. See how the names tie into each other. But yeah, Renaissance, it means rebirth. So today's fashion landscape, let's say, depending on where you live, where you walk around, or really who you choose to look at, the fashion landscape feels strikingly Renaissance-like, in my opinion. It's vibrant, it's a revival of historical looks, as well as different subcultures that are reinterpreted for this new digitalized age. So whether it's through the resurgence of, let's say, indie sleaze, for example, or endless nods to retro styles, vintage styles, such as Y2K, that's a very big one right now. 90s, people still do that, but the whole baggy jeans trend is here to stay. So it really has a referential culture, the defining trait of the Renaissance, or in this terms, style. It's basically, it consciously pulls from past decades and even centuries. So indie sleaze, like I mentioned earlier, is bringing back the 2010s. I know it's 2026 right now, everyone's talking about 2016 and how they used to dress back then, and putting all the filters and really the overall vibes, the music you listen to, the look, the feel. I mean, it was a good time, to be honest, but I feel like today is even better. Look at all the technology that we have now that we didn't have. But one thing you need to realize is that this isn't just nostalgia, it's a remix. It's taking old ideas, bringing them back into today's age, and basically remixing it, giving it new life, giving it more vibrancy, tailored towards how we live and connect with today. It's kind of similar as to how a lot of artists are sampling songs that aren't even 10 years old. I know Little Uzi did, I forgot the name of the song. It's like, What Are You Saying? And he sampled some French artist, I forgot her name. But I loved her song. I remember when I was in French class, we used to listen to her music all the time, and I'm forgetting her name, but we're just gonna continue because I'm pretty sure everyone's heard the song on the radio, on TikTok, everyone's dancing, doing a little shuffle to it. It's very catchy in my opinion, but honestly, I feel like sample culture / paying homage and music is kind of overplayed, but that's not really my lane to speak over. That's just me as a consumer. Even though I'm a consumer, I guess since the music is kind of marketed to people like me, I feel like I should have some say as to, I can give my opinion, right? I mean, that's what I'm basically doing with this whole video. Fashion and music are kind of somewhat intertwined. I mean, it's the same creative industry essentially. The same principles when it comes to creativity apply to both lanes, and as you can see, music and fashion always mix together. Culture. I've already mentioned this earlier, but you kind of get the gist. So music nowadays, the same as fashion, really pulls from past ideas and really just pulls a lot of the very recognizable elements to help in modern productions. And fashion does the same thing as well. It borrows a lot of motifs from the past and other historical silhouettes and aesthetics, let's say, for example, the 70s, the 80s, 90s, and now. But it really takes that and really reworks it and really incorporates it into today's society by pushing it out in new ways. So as you can see, both industries really recycle and reinterpret the past, which is, honestly, it's not new, but it's just really, I wouldn't say popular, but it really blurs the lines between paying homage and reinterpretation. But as you know, there are some downsides to what's going on now. The whole remix, so redoing this look, 90s look, and then they do a little get ready with me reel or whatnot, is that a lot of people are really starting to look the same, and I feel like a lot of fashion is accessible and culturally rich, but at the same time it also creates challenges. While this whole fashion renaissance it's done good things, it's done great things. It also has made things a lot more culturally rich that weren't in the past. It really glorified it and excuse me. It really glorified and pushed a lot of trends from back in the day that weren't really trendy. It was just kind of, you know, just the way people dress without thinking. It was just, you know, I don't know, it's like how everyone started or just knew to wear skinny jeans in, like, you know, the 2010s for some reason. I guess everyone as a collective just started getting bored of baggy jeans or whatever. And yeah, it also, I've noticed, creates a lot of challenges. Yeah, one thing that comes to mind firstly and foremost is the homogenization of style itself. A lot of social media platforms really push certain trends or really amplify trends, and really makes a lot of global fashion updates / moves less impactful and seem a lot more repetitive. It's almost like everyone's wearing the same uniform. I mean, for example, let's say everyone's favorite app right now, TikTok. Let's say you're watching someone do a get ready with me video, and that whole baggy jeans trend, excuse me, was going on, and everyone was flapping their pants. You watch that video for like 5 seconds, and I guarantee you the next 10 swipes, a good 5 of those videos are going to be the same thing, the same people, the same kind of outfit, the same looks, whether it's slideshow or video, or people pointing down, get ready with me, pointing away, walking away. And it really, honestly, it just gets annoying. I mean, it's kind of the algorithm's partially to blame, but at the same time, all social media has algorithms. I know, excuse me, I know everyone's aware of it. So yeah, which leads to people really just ending up looking like clones, wearing the same exact identical silhouettes, even though they don't even know what a silhouette is. And you can just tell just by how they walk in it, talk in it, move in it, breathe in it, to be honest. And the proportions are off, but hey, it's trendy. It's you know, it's on TikTok, so we're just gonna wear it. And a lot of the references and aesthetics, it's like it just keeps getting recycled, and the algorithmic push isn't really, it's not helping, honestly. It's just creating the same imagery, the same ideas. No matter what you put in, it's giving you the same output. So I think this was a pretty short video, but conclusion, we're living in a creative renaissance, for one. where the lines between the past and the present are kind of blurred because everything can be, viewed, everything, everywhere, all at once. Which is a great movie, you guys should watch it. Even though I haven't watched it, I've been recommended it, but I've never watched it. But I know what it's about. I've seen video essays, but I haven't watched it. I know it's kind of backwards. But fashion reuses ideas, reinterprets and pushes out and revitalizes, old classics. And music does the exact same thing. And, together these trends kind of celebrate a big cultural memory of the time period they're being pulled from. But it also risks diminishing originality, because it's like all ideas on this earth have already been done. So I guess it's simply just everyone's take on it. But I guess repetition has become the norm. I mean, it has become the norm, but when you see somebody who doesn't follow those guidelines, they stick out and you become interested, which is great. It still allows people to be themselves and be unique, even though a majority of people aren't unique, even though they think they're unique. This is more of just a side note, but at the end of the day, you have to realize that a lot of these clothes and what you see online isn't for everybody. It's not going to fit everybody the way they think it does. It's not going to look as good on everybody the way they think it does either. But you have to realize what you're wearing essentially belongs to someone else. I mean, that's kind of weird to say, but it's like, for example, the whole swag era or whatever look that they have going on for them is not for most people yet. They still try to wear it and kind of pass it off, and it comes off as awkward. I know I'm diving into kind of another rabbit hole, but it's the end of the video. I mean, I get some kind of excerpt, right? But I just want to say, when fashion designers are looking for inspiration, they don't go on their phone and start scrolling or go on TikTok and look at the latest trends. I mean, I know they have teams for that, but real designers, they look for inspiration through experiences, whether that's past or present, or just anything that's outside of the normal ecosystem in regards to fashion. I mean, in the fashion world, to find something new, they have to go out of their way or meet people, really the ones who aren't seen and aren't recognized, and the ones that really embody themselves even though no one else is watching, which creates originality.